Our smaller grebes should be straightforward to identify during the breeding season, but confusion can arise as the birds molt out of their understated winter plumage, and they can look very odd. Problems also arise when even full summer plumage birds are encountered and distance or light mean the colours and markings do not appear according to expectations. The most likely species is little grebe, a familiar and common bird, with some 5,500 pairs breeding across much of Britain and Ireland, absent only from the uplands. As in the winter, the easiest way to distinguish this species is on shape. They are small, rotund, tailless, fluffy water birds. The beak is small and, in all plumages, has a yellow fleshy gape, which becomes even more obvious during the summer. The head is rounded and, apart from the pale fluff around the stern, little grebe is an all-dark bird. In breeding plumage, the buffish coloration is lost and darker plumage gained. When seen well, the body, chest, neck and head are all black, with mottled buff and black flanks. There is a beautiful chestnut patch on the lower face and neck front. In some lights this is invisible, in others it can shine almost brick red. If in doubt, a combination of smooth, neat head feathers, yellow gape and dark eyes will confirm the identification as little grebe. Our two rarer small grebes may be more challenging to separate from each other, as both display black backs and terracotta plumage with red eyes and yellow ear tufts. Luckily, however, there are plenty of differences as well. Blacknet Grebe is a very scarce breeder, with about 40 pairs scattered around, mostly in England. They can turn up on any water body in spring, as they are molting into their breeding finery. Although slightly larger than little grebe, Blacknet Grebes have similar dumpy proportions, although the bill is finer than on a little grebe and can appear somewhat upturned. The yellow ear tufts are wispy and they hang down behind the eyes, and these contrast with the whole head, neck and front end of the bird, which is black. The head feathers are trim and neat, and the steep forehead and rounded crown are topped in summer by a short black peaked crest, which, when flattened, gives the head a wedge-shaped or triangular profile, compared to little grebe's rounded one. Slavonian Grebe is the third species. There are a similar number of pairs, almost all found in the Highlands of Scotland, although sadly numbers are declining. On average, Slavonian Grebes are a tiny bit bigger than Blacknet Grebes, but they have a different proportion, with a longer body, giving them less of a dumpy silhouette than the other two species. Although sharing the black back and terracotta sides with Blacknet Grebe, Slavonian Grebes show a terracotta red front of neck, but this is only visible in good light. Much more helpful are the head details. In full breeding plumage, they are generous and extensive yellow tufts that extend back and up behind the eye, and standing proud of the head. In addition, the throat, lower head and cheeks and upper neck are clothed with black tufts. Even when the various colours can't be seen, these tufts lead to a unique head shape, with the head appearing hugely oversized and with prominent rear horns. Indeed, the American name, horned grebe, is somewhat more helpful in remembering the features of this species. In transition plumage, it can be much more difficult to separate these two species, and unfortunately this is how many of the visiting birds look when they drop into wetland sites. The best clues here are the bill shape, thin and pointed and upturned for Blacknet Grebe, and stout and dagger-like for Slavonian Grebe. The relative proportions of the body: Blacknet Grebe looks like a large little grebe, whereas Slavonian Grebe looks much more like a small great-crested grebe, and if any of the yellow tuft feathers are present, on Blacknet Grebe they will hang down below the eye, and on Slavonian Grebe they will flare up and above the eye.